Hey y'all, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Sarah Tia. This is a reading for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. May or may not resonate. I do offer personal readings. A link to the site is in the description. Sling or slink, link, sling, selling, settling, anything like that. The Matrimony by Wale is the song that I'm hearing. Um, Somebody looks nervous. They look nervous. But that's because they know that they're doing this to almost like please their fans, their followers. They're doing it, you know what I mean? Doing things to impress their family or family members. It's not really because they're invested emotionally. So I think somebody is in a place to where they regret the fact that they presented themselves to the world under this image, this persona, whatever this is. They presented themselves like to people as something or somebody that they really aren't. Kiera. And now they're dealing with a lot of conflict, a lot of backlash because of it. Laz. So even if this is like, say, like identity theft and this person is not who they say they are, they're like tricking people. But this really feels like personality, persona, their image, like Shana. Like something is going on here to where somebody is using another's social media profile to be able to create an image, an identity, a brand, an aesthetic for themselves. Kiana. And now they regret doing it because people are starting to lose interest in them because they're a fraud. They're a fake. They're a wannabe. No be. This individual is seeking clout, fame, fortune, attention off of somebody else's identity. Rish. And they're getting frustrated because they aren't perceived as trustworthy anymore because the person that they've been imitating is around familiar faces. They're in the same environment or something like that. Shayna. So it's like the same person that they've been evil eyeing and stealing from, copying off of, taken from in some type of way. Meg. They're around. So it's like this person has been around these people for a while, presenting themselves as this whoever. You get what I'm saying? Quay. But now that the person that they've been emulating is around, is connected to the same people that they're connected to, they're starting to throw shade and slander this person and cause triangulation when it was never like this before. So it's like, why are you intentionally trying to go out your way to slander this person? Why are you intentionally trying to tell people bad things about these people or this person? Tisha, because then you'll find out that they stole from this person or these people or this, whether it was their literal identity or again, they stole their persona. They stole their ideas, their intellectual property and shit like that. They did though. So now it's almost like they're looking super untrustworthy. Because it's like, you mean to tell me you've been going this hard to talk shit about somebody because you've been copying off of them or doing fraud in their name? Tisha? Like what? You've been gossiping about this person and starting rumors about them. Jocelyn, because you've been committing fraud in their name or stealing from them, whether it be their ideas, again, content, um, talking to people behind this person's back. You get what I'm saying? Like trying, like I said, triangulating people against each other. They talking behind this person's back to be messy because they don't want them around. Williams, because they're a fraud. They are a fraud. So it's like, please, you want to slander them so bad, discredit them so bad because your whole life, your whole world, your whole identity revolves around this individual. Richer. Tell the truth. That's all this is. Mikey, tell the truth. They acting a fool and slandering this person because without this individual, they wouldn't have a name for themselves. Without this individual, they wouldn't have a brand for themselves. Without this individual, they wouldn't have an identity for themselves. Shayna. So they're sick. And it's like, please, I don't want y'all to mess with him. I don't want y'all to mess with her. I'm going to tell you all this bad shit about him, bad shit about her. So y'all don't like him. So y'all don't believe him. So y'all don't believe her. When in reality, they are the fraud. Kayla, Kyla. Kel, Kill, Kyle. They're the fraud or the thief or the sucker in this situation. Killer. Tell the truth. They the one that was causing these losses. They are the snake in the grass. They are the snake. Nobody else would be disloyal like this within this social circle. Nobody else would be shady like this within this social circle. Kayla, Kyla, Keller, Killer, Kaler, anything like that. Nobody else would be disloyal like this. This person is going around spreading bad news, bad information about another to stop their emotion. They don't have a reason to do this. They doing this because they see this person doing well for themselves. And they're just naturally competitive. But they acting like a cornball. So now they're getting in places and spaces to where the situations is getting sticky because they having these conversations around people who don't feel what they talking about or who they talking about or the way they talking about this person. They don't feel it. Wayne is what I'm hearing. Whitney. So let's be real. Let's be real. It's one of them situations to where they going to get exposed trying to be out here telling other people's business like this. Like how you out here gossiping with your side piece? You get what I'm saying? Some shit like that. How you out here stalking people with your side piece? How you out here running your mouth to your side piece? Or to this disloyal individual. And then got the nerve to think ain't nobody gonna know that it's them. Deisha, Daisha, Tisha, Tasha, Tanisha, anything like that. Sharice, anything like that. They out here creeping around and causing all of these problems because they hopping from house to house to house, okay? From phone to phone, line to line, right? Person to person. Spreading bad news about somebody that they see is shining, that they see on a platform, that they see on a pedestal. But they won't tell you that they committing fraud in this person's name. They won't tell you that they stole this person's identity. But now, again, after slandering them so bad, this person has become so popular, so well known, that it's obvious that this is why they're doing it. They're a fraud. They're a wannabe. And they can't handle the fact that they aren't who they say they are. And everybody that they've been pretending to be, everybody that they've been stealing from, copying off of, are fed up with them. They have absolutely no identity for themselves. And they caused all these problems. with their stalking and gossiping and messy ways because they hang with ratchets, Quay, that they're all still trying to keep this a secret. Destiny, Desi, Desi. They all still trying to keep this a secret. Audie, Albie, Aubrey. Because they don't want to accept the fact that their leader is a fraud. They thought this motherfucker was leading them to the promised land. You hear me? But they're a fraud. They are a fraud. Daryl, Dero. They're a fraud. Like, you just got to give it up. Like, every day they wake up, they put this costume on. Every fucking day they wake up and put this costume on. But now, people are starting to see that this costume is somebody's real identity, real self. So who are they for real? Who are they for real? They don't even know. But instead of them apologizing and admitting that they stole this identity, they stealing somebody's persona for likes, love, and validation. They want to make it seem like it's beef. And it's like it's not beef. You were seeking love, clout, validation, fame, fortune, money, or something off of another's identity. And it's unfortunate that it just had to be somebody that's connected to your family or friends, to people that you know. That's how God works. Can't be a liar and a fraud and be hateful to the person that you stealing from, copying off of at the same time. So they've exposed themselves because they hating on the inspiration. They hating on the person who they stole from, targeting the person that they stole from. Marquise. Like, what are you doing? Being a predator because they want to be a fraud or literally stole somebody's identity. So they can't be friends. They can't be cool. They got to act like it's beef. They got to act like it's smoke. Because if they get caught up, Lawrence, if they get caught up, you know what I'm saying? They can't just be sitting here smiling in your face. They can't be sitting smiling in this person's face. So it's like, why y'all fall out? What y'all beefing over? Why y'all break up? What happened? You get what I'm saying? Because they stole this person's identity. Keith, because they stole this person's identity, or because they're realizing they are connected to a whole fraud. Like, and it's corny. Like, they the generic version. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here. You're not the real deal. But they sitting trying to act like they the real deal. Or like this is their real self. Real ideas. So they could try to have motion. Or look cool or trendy. Or, you know what I mean? And it's just corny. Or again, for a lifestyle that they cannot afford. So it's like you really just went overboard. You went overboard. Became a whole predator. Because you mad that don't nobody trust you. Because you're not trustworthy. Like, what? That's silly. They mad and bitter because they're a thief, whether they're stealing tangible things or intellectual property, and they're getting called out for it spiritually. Not even literally, but spiritually. Like, everybody is starting to stand in solidarity against the frauds, the copycats, the wannabes, the clones, because they're fed up. Tyler, because they're troublemakers. So it's like, not only are you copying, you're being a fucking troublemaker while you're being a fraud, while you're being a copycat. You start rumors and gossiping and triangulating people and all this extra shit. Like, yeah, they are. Yes, they are. They are full of drama. And everybody is standing in solidarity because they're fed up. These people are not trustworthy. They're snakes. And their behaviors are just untrustworthy. That's really all I can say. They're very untrustworthy. But because they all hang together, Santa, because they all hang together, they tried to stand in solidarity, but their foundation is faulty. You get what I'm saying? It's a faulty foundation. So it's crumbling because none of them are real. None of them have an identity for themselves, or none of them have no motion as individuals. None of them can stand up straight. None of them have a backbone. You get what I'm saying? They don't have a mind of their own. None of that. None of them are creative. None of them came up with this shit on their own. So it's like we all the frauds, and all the frauds hate the real people. We're frauds and we hate the real deal. We're frauds and we hate the OGs. We hate the real ones. Like, that's what this is, Michaela. Like, it's a pack of frauds that hate people who are authentic, genuine, pure. Okay, with their energy, with their intentions, like with their creative abilities, all of that. Because they're stealing everything that they're coming up with, copying everything that they coming up with, down to their personality and persona, pretending to be interested in shit that they're not interested in, just to take on other people's identities. And it's weird. Like, motherfuckers literally taking on somebody else's persona, interests, ideas, identities, hobbies, habits, interests, to make themselves feel like something, feel like somebody, or look like somebody on social media. Shanae. And it's just over with. Like, stop causing beef and tension and friction because you're a fraud, bro. Like, everybody has mixed feelings towards this individual now, no matter how close they are to them. You know, they have mixed feelings towards them now because it's like, damn, you was really out here trying to make such and such take L's because you wanted their identity for yourself. Like, yes, yes. Jermaine is what I'm hearing. Thank you so much.